almost want to whistle here, get everybody's attention. Heads up, moderate Democrats in Congress. Progressive Democrat groups are reportedly plotting primary challenges against you in 2020. According to The Hill, liberals are looking to expand their influence in Congress by taking out incumbents. So they see as out of touch with the Democratic Party, some of them are. Let's bring in now the power panel. Wendy Osefo is a Democrat political commentator and professor at Johns Hopkins University. Lisa Booth, a Fox News contributor and senior fellow for Independent Women's Voice. Great to see you.
Hey, Harris.
Great to have you. Wendy, I want to start with you, and welcome to the program, by the way.
Thank you for having me.
So what do you do if you're one of those moderate Democrats? If there are any of you really left after what happened in November, what do you do if you're going to get flanked from the left?
Well, I'll definitely be upset that my party's focusing on me because we know that Lipinski and Corolla, they've had questionable voting records. However, the Democratic Party, we are not monolithic. We have different ideologies. And right now, our focus should not be on outing members within our own party. We should have one unified tent and one unified focus. And that's making sure that we take back the Senate in 2020 and, quite frankly, take back the White House. That should be our focus.
Lisa?
Well, I mean, Republicans have gone through this for a while with groups on the right primarying incumbents. It looks like Democrats are kind of going through that. We saw that during the midterm elections with more crowded primary fields than we're used to seeing with Democrats. But I mean, you just think about it this way. If both parties are moving further to the left and the right, there's less people coming to the center, which makes it more difficult to compromise. And we're seeing that in Congress right now with this inability to come to a deal on border security and funding the government. So that's the big problem. And you also have, when you have members of Congress who know that they're going to get primaried, it has a tendency to bring them further to the left. And you already have an increasing progressive caucus as well. So there is this seeming, at least, the Democrat Party is moving further to the left.
Wendy, I don't know if you caught it a few moments ago. I had on Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland, and we were talking about Steny Hoyer, House Majority Leader's comments that, yeah, in some places the wall does work. And then Senator Cardin seemed to suggest that, no, well, the barrier, he used a different word, can work. If that language is in there, it speaks to Lisa's point. Why not make a deal? Do you not make a deal because the base in the party on the left is demanding certain things?
I think it's all about optics. And that's what is the big focus here for the Democratic Party. We all know that there's Democrats in the past who have said that they wanted some type of barrier, they want some type of infrastructure, they want some type of technology. But that whole notion of building a wall is something that we are just completely against. So I think the language has to change. Cardin is from my home state of Maryland.
I know.
Even if you look at our governor, he's a Republican, even though it's a true blue state, so to speak. But even the language that he uses makes it so that a lot of his constituents are saying, yeah, you're a Republican, but we understand the ways in which you say. He uses infrastructure. He uses barrier.
Well, that's the word I use, and I was like filibustered on Twitter that it's not infrastructure.
No wall.
With all due respect, then call the wall infrastructure. I think this is what is
Trump.
But he said that. He said he's tweeted out, call it whatever you want. But this is what I think Americans are so frustrated right now is there's not a difference over policy. I mean, you've had Democrats vote for border fencing in the past, even as recent as this Congress, which is only, I think, January 3rd was the start date. So Democrats have voted for this. They clearly, Nancy Pelosi does not think a wall is immoral. She supported physical barriers in the past. So this is not a policy issue. This is a political issue, which is what makes it so difficult.
I think Lisa hit something.
But Harris, this is what makes it so difficult to come to an agreement, because if your desire is simply to deny something or someone of something, then how do you ever come to an agreement?
All right. Not to make this completely about the wall, but I think you hit something.
Thank you, Harris.
Because the president has been saying wall/barrier or whatever. But could the president then, would this work for Democrats, Wendy?
Okay.
Could the president say, you know what, take that four-letter word wall and move it off the plate?
Okay.
My base knows what I'm talking about. We're talking about a barrier. We're talking about a structure. Let's move the conversation forward. I want 200 plus miles of it, and I don't want 5.7. Since we're calling it a barrier now, I'd like 10 billion. Okay, let's put it back on the table and really get it done well and shore up those areas that Democrats put into place with that strong fence. Then you bring everybody together.
I think we have to go back to what Democrats wanted. And if we go back to what the Democrats
want. You could get DACA maybe if you.
And that's what I was going to say, right? Like, if we look at this as a whole package and we start saying, what does this look like for DACA recipients? What does this look like as far as infrastructure and technology? I think we can come to the middle if we step away.
Look at this.
Look at this.
The ladies at the table. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Lisa, thank you so much. I'll be right back.